All right, what's up, you guys? UFO proof here. Well, let me adjust this camera for a second. There we go. Much better. All right. So it looks like they got the new Hangouts out up on YouTube. So it looks like they got some extra features or some other cool shit going on here. So that's pretty cool. I will put the link in the comment section for anyone who wants to come and join in. We're just going to be bullshitting about fucking God knows what, but UFOs or any other cool shit we can think of. So let me get to the dashboard here and load this up for you guys. Here we go, events. I guess it looks pretty cool, like the new YouTube, how like the layout and everything looks pretty cool. So let's see here. Get to the comment section. I still don't trust the live control room. Oh, better turn that down just in case. All right, good. So, what up, Skin Man? What up, Reality Shift? How you guys doing? Here we go. Boom. There's a link right there for anyone who wants to come and join. Come say what's up. We're on here just rocking out, talking about fucking whatever. So, you guys feel free to come on here. I just posted a video about the Secure Team 10 video about the UFO over Germany, and I'm pretty sure I nailed that down as a as something on the windshield, and they were just filming out. And although, because I've actually recreated that same effect dozens of times just to see if I could, like, I've tried making fake UFO videos in hopes to be able to see how it's done, and like how, you know, to help me learn how to disprove other hoax videos and shit like that. So I have done that before, and it, you know, worked out pretty good. So I've seen that, and that's what I think it, you know, I could be wrong, of course, but that's really what it reminds me of, you know, is that effect. So, you know, what are you going to do? The link is in there. What up, Renee Cruz? How you doing? What up, Mark? What up, UFO bro? Doing good? Get your asses on here. Come join us. Come say what's up, man. We got the new oh, look at that. I already got a thumbs down. Oh, look at that, dude. Sons of bitches. I got haters who subscribe to my channel just to give me a fucking thumbs down because they fucking love me, dude. I love it. Oh, look at that. I already got an extra thumbs up. Yeah, I fuckheads. Yeah, so whoever gave me that thumbs down, haha, kiss my ass. That's what you get. Oh, who we got here? Hey, what up, Cyrus?
What's up, man?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Good. I think I can hear echo. Oh, there, we lost it. All right, cool, man. Yeah, all right. Oh, you got a new setup going on, dude.
I'm just upstairs.
Oh, now you're upstairs. Oh, okay, good. It's like, yeah, because normally what, you're down on the couch, down in your living room, on your laptop.
Yeah, and usually I'm downstairs in the basement.
Oh, okay. Shit, dude. Yeah, it was a night. Well, your camera looks a lot better on here, man, than it does down. Oh,
it's the same camera.
I was gonna say, you know what? When I put it on big screen, it looks exactly the same. Actually, now that I think about it, so I was like, nah, it looks pretty similar. So
cool.
The new Google Hangouts app or whatever is fucking, it's kind of weird, man. It says you know, I got 2 viewers, but I have like fucking 4 or 5 different people even commenting, so it's like I can't have just 2 viewers, and it's like I got like 4 thumbs up already. So I don't know, I guess it's still going a little haywire, but you know, I don't know. What's it look like on your end? Does the Google Hangouts look different on your end?
It looks the same here.
See, it looks different on my end, man. Like normally it don't look like this. It's all weird. So I can, like, it's, you know, it's got a couple different features and stuff, you know. Let's see here. Can you see that now?
Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I got the little overlay up there and stuff, you know.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, before, like, you weren't able to work any of this shit, dude. Now you can work all that stuff, so it's fucking kind of cool.
That's cool.
Anyway, yeah, so I'm already catching heat for fucking giving props, giving congratulations to Security Team 10 for hitting 1 million subs. And I'm like, I really, dude, like fucking dude, he fucking congratulated me on hitting 6,000 subs, dude. It's like, and I can't congratulate him for hitting 1 million, dude. Come on, that's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, I mean, he hit 1 million subs, dude. I hit 6,000, dude, and he sent me a private message and congratulated me. So I'm like, come on, dude, I gotta say something. He did 1 million, so what? You know, I'm not saying he got him in the classiest of ways, but you know, what up, Jax?
What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Good, man. Yeah.
What's up, Virus?
Hey, man. How you doing?
Not bad. Yourself?
I'm good.
Good.
I know I've been out on this bitch for a while, dude. Like for like the past like 2 weeks, man. I haven't uploaded or gotten to do any Google Hangouts or anything. I had so much shit going on the past couple weeks. It's fucking sucked, dude. I got shit going on with my neighbor, and I'm helping her out with everything as she's like trying to move and stuff. And then, you know, I had Alex come down here, you know, which is cool, man. And then, you know, just a ton of shit, man. Then work and DJing and everything, you know. So I got so much on my plate, but I got a lot of it cleared off. So I will be back to uploading on a regular basis and doing Google Hangouts on a regular basis, you know.
Yeah, I know that goes, man.
Dude, we need to make
my drone channel in forever.
Fuck, dude, you need to, dude. That would be awesome, man.
Oh, I got some footage to show you. I was like, man, I can't wait till he does a chat and I can show him this stuff.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I want to see, man. Fucking a drone channel.
Let me get a beer and I'll roll it out.
Dude. Yeah, no problem, man. So how you been doing, Jax?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, fucking, you know, same old shit, dude. You know, and I got all that shit taken care of, man. Fucking been it's just been hectic, you know, just shit with me and my girl and I, and, you know, and it's just, you know, all kinds of just problems and bullshit and just arguing and stuff like that. So it's just been hectic, you know. You can't really do a Google Hangouts live when you have like plates flying at your head and shit, you know. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
All right. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just gonna throw that out there, you know. That's the last thing you want, dude, is to do a Google Hangouts and have a fucking you know, a fucking kitchen bowl bust you upside the head and shit like that, dude, and have some book flying at you, you know. Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. So anyway, Jax, what'd you think about me congratulating Tyler on his hitting 1 million subs?
I left a comment on the video. I think it's awesome. I congratulated him too.
I agree, man. You know, I mean, like fucking, hey, he came and did it for me when I had 6,000 subs, you know? So I'm like, for me not to say something when he hits 1 million fucking subs, I mean, you know how hard that is, dude? I mean, fucking, you got to give him, you know, you got to give credit where credit's due. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, you know? It's like, you know, that's just how it should be, man, you know?
Blake and Brent don't even have 700,000 yet.
No, exactly. You know,
just under.
You know, they're getting up there close. They're like, I think they're at like 420,000 subscribers, dude. 420,000. That's great. You know, yeah, dude. Like, and they like they died off for a while. Like their subscriber count was real like low. Or like it like stopped. It was like, you know, like dead in the water, like around 250,000 and 300,000, you know, and it like went up slowly. And then now it started actually taking off again, dude. And like their subscriber count goes fucking way up, dude. You know, so good for them, dude. I mean, they're gonna hit 500,000 in fucking no time, man. You know,
I know that there's a lot of other YouTubers out there like cover like professional wrestling and whatnot.
Yeah,
and they're getting like demonetized left and right, and they're not making any money or anything. So there's definitely stuff going on.
That's happening to everybody. They demonetized one of my videos for using the word bastard in it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be real careful on what you say.
It has to be rated G, or else you can't monetize it. I mean,
no, that's not true.
Oh, it's absolutely true.
I'm telling you.
I fucking cuss all the time.
I'm telling you.
If they figure out you're cussing, then they'll demonetize it real quick.
Dude, they fucking strike me left and right and shit, dude. They know all about my channel, man. Believe me, dude. You know, I fucking they definitely know about my channel, man. They, you know, cussing, they don't, and even in their TOS, their terms of service, you know, their terms of service, it says like they're like, we're not trying to be nuns over here. You know, like you know, you can get away with cussing and stuff like that. So what video did you use?
But at the
what video did you say bastard in? And you're like, they demonetized it.
It's like a video of my well, it was my girlfriend's cats, but it was cats fighting, and like I dubbed in voices of what the cats were like, quote unquote, saying.
Yeah.
So, at one point, I was like, "You orange bastard."
Were you saying anything like anything like fucked up, as you know what the cats were saying, like you know, that
nope.
You don't have to cuss, you could still say that they're doing messed up stuff, you know? Nope.
The only thing the only thing I said was, "Stop licking me. I'll lick you if I want to." No, stop it. That's what they were doing. And I'm surprised you even have monetized videos, man. I've made about, God, I've been on YouTube like 10 years now. I haven't made a lot of money, maybe $200-300 over the space of 10 years. But yeah, I have some monetized videos.
Oh, okay. Oh, I can't believe they demonetized a video, dude. That's fucking weird, man.
They demonetized like 3 of them, and all of them are for cussing.
And they actually say that?
It just says not suitable for monetization. And I know in the other 2 videos I cussed in them, and in the cat video I said bastard. So
yes, because I cuss all the time, and like I can go and look at my videos all right now. I can see which ones are demonetized and which one are actually most of my videos are monetized, dude. It's fucking like I don't, you know, so it's not like, yeah, it's not like they don't know about me, dude. Fucking, you know, they've had all kinds of issues with me, dude. You know, fuck, man.
But if you don't, the point is, if you don't swear or you don't cuss or anything, and it's a rated PG video, they end up putting that's when the ads come in and you get more money. But as soon as you cuss and it's demonetized, you don't get nothing. No ads, not anything.
Oh yeah, you know, but you know what else makes a difference, man, is getting reserved ads, you know? Like that's that's what saves my butt fucking every month, dude, you know, is that fucking there are companies that fucking reserve like time on my videos or whatever. Like they buy out the ads. It's not just like an auctioned ad, you know, but they actually fucking specifically will buy, you know, ads on my channel or whatever, you know. That always fucking helps, you know, like, and you'll get like, I'll get like a lot of like science fiction movies, trailers and shit like that, dude, which is fucking cool, you know. I mean, so I mean that always helps, man. But yeah, like I think it really just depends on the channel and like how many viewers, like, you know, kind of people are watching it and like, you know, just shit like that, you know, like and yeah, like your social blue book and stuff. Like, what's your social blue book at? Do you ever check that?
Social blue book?
You guys
I'm not even sure what that is.
Yeah, it tells you like the value of your channel, and like, so like a shout, you know, like they value my you know what they value a shout out for my channel at?
What's that?
$70, dude.
Damn.
So if you want me to give you a shout out on my channel, you should pay me $70, dude. I'm like, dude, I fucking shout out everybody all the fucking time for nothing, dude. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? That's fucking crazy, man.
That is
shit,
crazy.
let me look at the fucking comments, dude. I gotta get a thing, so they gotta make a thing so they can have UFO Bro said 1 million idiots for Tyler. That's funny, dude. They gotta make a thing so like when you're doing Google Hangouts, you can see the comments on Google Hangouts, you know?
Yeah, like
because I always feel it's like, what the fuck, dude? You know,
idiots for Tyler. You froze up.
Watch it. Boom! Check out my new Mossberg, dude.
Uh-oh, anti-drone rifle.
Come on, bring it on, you fucking terrorist scumbag. Today I'm buying a fucking I'm buying a pistol grip for it, dude. You know,
there you go.
That's gonna be fucking sick, dude. Fucking love my new Mossberg, dude. I love that short barrel, dude. It's fucking great, man. Be careful, it might go off in your hair.
You know, it's funny. I live in DC and I have all these liberal friends, and I'm kind of center left myself. But like, yeah. I shock the hell out of them when I'm like, well, yeah, I grew up in the country in Virginia, and I do like guns, and I've shot them, and I don't mind having them. And they're like, what? You don't want to ban guns? No.
What a liberal bastard.
Dude. Guns are awesome.
I fucking love guns, dude. And it's like, and I'm like like you're center left. I'm like hardcore left, dude. And I don't fucking give two shits about guns. I got a ton of weapons, dude. I love guns, dude.
Yeah, I never understood. I like shooting.
I just don't think every psycho should have one. That's all I'm saying, okay?
Oh, yeah. No.
What's up, Mark?
How you doing, Mark?
Hey, Mark.
You Australian bastard. How you doing, buddy?
All right, I'm just trying to work this fucking thing out.
Oh, fuck, man.
I went from the tablet to the iPad, and now I've gone back to the Samsung.
You went from the what to the what?
I was on pad when you came on. I wanted to switch to the Samsung.
Oh, okay. Oh shit! It looks like it's giving you a fucking problem too, man. Oh shit! We got that. Science fiction movies. Have you guys seen the Alien Covenant? Watched it last night. It's hectic. Oh, there's less subscribers than the ones who talk shit. UFO Bro's right about that, man. You know. Daniel Moore says, "What up, fellow Aussie?" I'm assuming he's talking to you, Mark.
Hey, what?
Daniel Moore on the comment section on YouTube.
Hey, shut up, Matt.
Who's William Grinder? He's check out the video on my page. Fuck your video on your page, dude. Your video can suck my fucking dick, dude.
Now, I was going to say, speaking of science fiction movies, I have to make it out to the re-release of Close Encounters. That's just one of my favorite movies serious, ever. Dude? Yeah, it's in the theater right now.
Oh, no fucking way, man.
I think you got 1 day left. I think you got one or 2 days left. I'm going to go see it tomorrow. I was going to go see it tonight, but I passed out.
I didn't see it advertised.
Yeah, me neither, dude. What the fuck is he talking about?
It's back in the theater for 1 week only. 1 week only.
Oh, it's got to be like where you are or something, dude. Because that's not fucking. That's got to be like up in Washington D.C. Because it ain't happening here in Washington State.
Look it up and see what they say. The only place I've seen them advertise it is on their Facebook page.
Oh man, that movie's so fucking awesome. That is like the #1 UFO movie of all time.
That's what got me. That's what got me into it.
It's fucking. You know, they did such a good job. Like, there's so much shit on that's actually real. That like fucking deals with the real deal. And they actually had J. Allen Hynek at the end of that movie. He was in there in a small little cameo.
He's in a little cameo.
He researched it for 20 years for the fucking Air Force, you know, like, so all the shit that they put into that movie, it's because of him. He's saying, oh yeah, put this or put that, because that's all the real shit that goes down, you know?
And the character that's played by Francois Truffaut is based on Jacques Vallée.
Yeah, Jacques Vallée. That's right. Exactly, dude.
And Jacques Vallée was a technical consultant for the movie.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, dude! He fucking Spielberg got all the fucking good people for that, man. But that's why that movie came out so well, dude.
Oh, it's the best UFO movie ever. There's no
hands down, dude. It's not even close, man. You know. No, you know which one would have been really, really good if they had done it right? Fire in the Sky.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah, that's probably number 2.
If they had done it correct, if they had done it like...
If they done it like what he actually said happened.
What he actually saw and how it went down.
Trying to make it like the X-Files. Yeah.
Yeah, they try to make it scary, you know? And it's like, fuck, yeah, I understand it was scary to him, but, you know, fucking, if they would have told it like the way it really happened, man, that movie would have been so fucking awesome, dude.
I agree.
Someone to do a remake of it.
Oh, I know. That's what I keep hearing, man. Mark, have you ever seen Fire in the Sky?
No, haven't seen it.
What? Oh,
Definitely
what
worth
about
a
Close
rental.
No, I
Encounters?
haven't seen it.
You've seen Close Encounters?
Years ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's the real deal, man.
Hey, this UFO thing didn't hit me 3 years ago. 2 years ago.
That's right, man. You know, like when Fire in the Sky came out, and I think I came out in like 92 or 93, maybe. Jax, when did I come out?
I thought it was like 93, 94. I was working at Pizza Place.
It was 93.
93, yeah, that's what I thought, dude. And I mean, UFOs were, to me, I mean, back then, like they had the TV show Sightings out, you know, Sightings, which was fucking awesome. We used to watch that shit all the time, you know, and but UFOs were still like a fucking super cool thing. Now, I mean, like they're either completely accepted by people or just completely just not accepted and laughed at, you know. But almost every person I talk to believes in UFOs, dude. It's just like, no, it makes sense, you know. Like people will talk about it at the grocery store, like in line for groceries. They're like, oh yeah, no. They'll tell me stories about seeing UFOs and stuff, like, you know, because I everywhere I go, I'll wear like my UFO proof gear and all that stuff, and I always like support my channel and shit like that. So, you know, people like they'll just tell me their stories like right wherever they are, and like back in the day, fucking no one would do that. You know, everyone was super embarrassed about it, and you know, it seems like, you know, it's so accepted now. I mean, that's really what needs to happen for it to come out, you know, for it to be like accepted by mainstream, you know, is the normal everyday people need to come out and just speak about it more.
Well, the last good show that came out with that was Sightings. I mean,
that was great, dude.
Ancient Aliens,
Ancient Aliens is fucking fantastic. I love it. I know a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah, but it's all speculative. And the thing is that they don't show any like real UFO footage.
No,
like,
it's all ancient alien stuff, you know.
So it's all like, you know, so I'm going to actual like real footage that they would have on a show. Yeah. And the last show that they had on was that I saw one episode. It was that Alien Files, the MUFON file show that was on
Hangar 51 or whatever, the Hangar
whatever the fuck that show was. I saw one episode and I never saw it again because
fucking terrible, dude.
There's so many shows that they're all just so bad, and they always rehash the same material. It's like, okay, here's Cash Landrum sighting recreated again.
It's another Roswell, you know, fucking awesome.
Like,
you know,
you need something new, fellas.
You know, but that's just the thing, is that it's not like there's an everyday occurrence of some awesome encounter. You know, they are few and far in between, you know, so it's like you kind of have to go back to the old ones to get any good stuff, you know, like fucking like the new ones that happen are just so far in between, just like they are with the old ones, you know. And then a lot of people don't know about it. Like you have to go, and I'll tell you what, the good stories and stuff and the good encounters are literally like locked away, like they're in the files of like MUFON reports and of UFO reporting centers, and I'll go through those reports and just read people's, you know, encounters and stuff, and there are some incredible encounters, incredible stories, and you can always tell who the crazy people are and who the fucking legitimate people are, and just by the way they write and talk, you know. And I mean, it's just like it's funny, dude. You know, like there's little clues that give it away if the person's like legit or not or whatever, you know. But like I was reading one where a girl was talking about how she has encounters with aliens and how she wants to get people from MUFON out there, and that she's got one in her kitchen right now talking to her, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? It's crazy, bitch.
you know some of those things you read, and
what was that, Mark?
Go ahead,
Mark. What'd you say?
Told her husband, the Sheila that said she had one in the kitchen with her.
Oh yeah. That's right. That's right. Actually, it is.
I read some of these things, and I have no scientific basis for this, but my gut tells me that there's a certain segment of the population that can't tell the difference between what they dream at night and then what happens in reality during the day. Because some of those stories just get so fantastic. It's like, this is a dream. They're talking about dreams.
There is a segment of the population who can't tell the difference between being awake and just making it up in their head, let alone fucking dream, dude. I mean, there's so many crazy fucks out there who can't tell the difference between a fucking bus and a UFO. You know, it's fucking yellow. It says school bus on it, and they're like, it's a fucking UFO. Like, there are people who can't tell the difference. I swear to fucking God, they exist out here, dude. I'm telling you.
Like Betty Hill and the streetlights, right?
Right? You know, I'm just saying.
That story before.
I'm just saying that there are so many people, and and it fucks it up for everybody else. And it's the few stories in between, where it's someone, who actually knows what they're talking about, who's came across it and seen and had a sighting, like myself, like I know what I saw up close and personal. And, like those sightings that I've had from a distance I question. All right. But when, I'm talking when I've had encounters when it's like 8 feet in front of me, and there's no denying what I fucking saw and what happened with my family and everything there, there's no fucking denying it. Then I'm like, okay, so if that's my story's true, then there's got to be other stories like that. And they might be far and few in between, but they have to exist, and as credible encounters as they are, I mean, why not? I mean, shit, dude, there's nothing preventing it. There's nothing preventing, UFOs or aliens from being a reality or whatever. I'm not even saying that UFOs are alien. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm not sure what they are, but they're fucking cool, dude. I'll tell you that, man.
Well, I mean, everybody knows that I'm a skeptic, but I love the stories, and I'm a very open-minded skeptic, so.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how you have to be. And I've said that for the longest time, dude. Be an open-minded skeptic. That's exactly how you have to be. You have to be skeptical, but you have to have an open mind. Not so open that your brains fall out, but just you have an open mind to stuff and be willing to accept it. And then but there's so many people who are hardcore, there are skeptics who are just like, no, nothing's real, nothing's true. It's just like, dude, until you've seen it yourself, you can't say that. And then they say, well, where's the fucking evidence? Well, it's like, dude, the evidence is me. The evidence is like, your observations and stuff. And I hate when they say, oh, well, we need physical evidence. Well, there's no physical evidence that Jupiter exists, is there? There's only fucking visual observations. That's it. There's no piece of Jupiter in a lab somewhere in NASA, it doesn't fucking exist, But I'm just saying that fucking, it's just observations, that it's like you should be able to go off that per se, per individual.
Actually, the reason why your channel is so cool, dude, is as a skeptic, you're the only UFO channel that did not ban me within like 2 hours. Like that magnet flipper guy, remember him? He banned me in like 10 minutes, and I didn't
What guy?
There was a guy called Magnet Flipper that used to be out in Denver, and he had like a night vision camera, and he would shoot pictures of all this stuff. And I noticed a flaw in one of his videos, and I pointed it out in a genial sort of way. I didn't attack him. It was an instant ban. I was like, okay, this guy's full of shit. He knows something's wrong. He would not ban me unless he knew something was wrong, and he didn't want that pointed out. You can if you do a search for, a lot of people reposted his videos. It's just a lot of stuff like birds and bats and bugs, satellites, stuff like that flying over.
Yeah, I know how that shit goes, dude. Hey, everyone, let me take a time. What up, buddy? What up, Be Real?
Oh, man.
I just want to take a time to say that Skin Man is his son lives in Florida, and he's asking everyone to say some prayers for us. So you're getting a prayer from me for your son. All right, buddy. And I hope everything's okay. And for anyone else whose family has been down in Florida or in the Caribbean or in Houston, I hope you guys are okay. So, oh shit.
I'm okay if this motherfuckers are taking all the gas from the gas station.
I hear that there's a big line for all the bottled water too.
Yeah.
So give me a second, and I'll be right out there.
That SOB might come up here and hit us. I live only 2 blocks from the river, man.
All right, I'll see you in a bit. All right, bye. Oh man, crap. Sorry about that, man. I'm gonna have to go. Crap. But I just gotta go and take my friend real quick and then pick up my girl from work. But I'm gonna be coming back and just doing a Google Hangout. So because I want to finish this, up. I know we got a lot of viewers. I haven't been on it for a long time. So if you guys just want to stay on, I'll just come and jump back on.
Sure.
Yeah, if you guys just Jax, you want to just keep it going or whatever, and then I'll just come and jump back on. Or you know what? I mean, here, hang on. How about this? Jax, I'll put you on big screen, and then I'm just gonna leave this motherfucker running.
Okay.
You guys can just go. So you'll still be live on YouTube, all right?
All right, man.
All right, sound good? All right, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna grab all the shit that I need, man. So feel free to talk it up, dude.
All right.
All right, everybody start posting porn now.
Yeah, you better not, dude. Don't get me fucking busted, dude. You motherfucker.
So, Virus, you said something interesting that at some of the UFO shows, they were just reposting the same evidence over and over again.
Yeah, they always have their stable of classic cases. The one I cited was Cash Landrum, which was the one down in Texas.
That's
down
a
in
good
Houston.
case too.
Yeah, that one actually makes me scratch my head. As a skeptic, I'm scratching my head over that one. But yeah, that's one that they replay all the time. That Roswell, Phoenix Lights is another one. They haven't really been what I would consider to be a classic case in a very long time. The last one I would consider to be a classic would probably be Chicago. I think that was like 10 years ago. It was like 2006, 2007, something like that. O'Hare Airport.
Yeah, see, my opinion on the whole thing is I welcome people to revisit the old cases only because you get a new perspective. I mean, one investigator goes so far, and then the next investigator might pick it up when that investigator ended off and maybe have a new spin, a new theory on what he might think it could be. You know what I'm saying?
I go back and revisit a lot of the old ones myself. I did a lot of investigating just from my house into what's the one from Kentucky, Hopkinsville, the one with the green goblins. Yeah, yep. I did a lot of research in that one. I came to the conclusion it was mass hysteria, kind of a case of mass hysteria. There's a lot of stuff that when they show that case in the TV shows that they don't tell you. I do believe that the people who reported what happened were being sincere. They did believe something happened. They weren't lying, but I don't think there were little green aliens running around in their yard that night. Most of the people in that house were actually children. That's not something that they tell you, but most of the people present were children, and I think everybody just got freaked out.
All right.
Kelly Hopkinsville. That's what I'm trying to think of. Kelly Hopkinsville.
Hey, Skin Man, what's up? Okay, there goes Skin Man.
There he is.
How you doing, buddy? Keep muting yourself.
Yeah, he's on. Everybody's muted. Well, anyway, before we get dead air, another one I looked at was that. It was during the International Geophysical Year, which I think was 1958. It was the famous photo from that island off the coast of Brazil, Trinidad de Cunha. No, that's not the right island. Can't remember the name of the island off the top of my head. It was like this Saturn-shaped looking thing. That one actually turns out to be a hoax. The photographer hoaxed it. but that was not revealed until many years after that case got famous.
What's up, man?
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Been a long day.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Everybody doing all right?
We're good here.
Yeah. More importantly, how's your son doing? Is he okay?
Yeah, he's. They're packing their stuff up, getting ready to hightail it to Georgia.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. They live in South Jacksonville, right on the beach. I mean, real close. So,
Yeah, I was just down there a couple months ago.
Yeah. So there you go. See what happens.
Well, definitely be keeping them in my thoughts and prayers today.
Thank you, Jack.
Passes. You're welcome.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, I've been tracking that thing all day, watching all the different computer models as they come in. It's scary.
That's vicious. 185 mile an hour, and there's like 205 mile an hour gusts. Good God.
That's hurricane in recorded history.
Yeah. They're going to make it a 6, which there isn't a
Yes.
Did you hear
No, they're making the category.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's about to hit the Turks and Caicos Islands. I've been down there a couple times, and the resort where I went to, they're talking about a 180 mile an hour winds and a 20-foot storm surge. I'm like, that's the end of that place. It's going to be destroyed. There's no way around it.
Isn't that pretty much a flat island?
Yeah, it is. I don't know if there's any place on the whole island that's 20 feet high.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I haven't been there myself, but I heard it was.
Yeah, there's no big hills on the island itself. Is called Providencial that I went to. Well, I've been there and I've been to Middle Caicos, but both of them are they're basically just sand. It's just a big sandbar on top of a coral reef.
Yeah, there you go.
A 20-foot storm surge would probably wash all the way across the whole island.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I haven't checked the latest position.
But you know what's crazy though? Because when it went over Puerto Rico, the thing destroyed 2 buildings. They're completely gone.
Wow. Puerto Rico kind of got lucky because the eye wall stayed just offshore. It went just to the north of them. Yeah.
Wow.
The last I checked, it is. It's probably. Oh, it's still just north of Puerto Rico, heading toward Hispaniola,
and
Dominican Republic.
What a Jose right behind that.
Yeah, there's another one right behind it.
Yeah, it's like 70 mile an hour winds right now. And then there's one in the Gulf. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Katia, Hurricane Katia.
There you go.
Man, imagine if these 3 storms came together. It'd be like the perfect storm, like back when.
Perfect storm, yeah. Damn. Whew.
Yeah, the track they've been talking about. This thing, I just can't imagine. They're talking about it could make. We're talking about a Category 5 hurricane making a bullseye hit on the city of Miami. That's just unimaginable.
Yeah, I lived in Miami for quite a while. I worked on Fisher Island. It's out in the bay, and that's where like Oprah Winfrey and a whole bunch of people have their massive, whatever you call it, that they live. They fly in helicopters. There's not a road to the place. You have to get there with a barge. And it's quite a deal, really. Beautiful. But, oh, my God, they're going to get clobbered.
Mm.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, if Miami gets hit dead on, it's going to look like Houston. It's going to look worse than Houston.
Worse.
Oh, shit.
And Houston still hasn't drained any water yet. It's still all the same.
I know. It's not getting out. Well, they had all those dikes and those what do they call them? Well, they're not ponds, they're not lakes, they're reservoirs where they're holding water, and they're having to let that out slowly. So that's keeping the water level up everywhere else. So it's going to take a while for all that. Well, hell, what, 52 inches of rain? Oh my God!
Yeah, some places got 4 or 5 feet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane. I'm glad I live up here.
Yeah, I know, right? And
yeah, no, we get hurricanes here from time to time.
I never dreamed.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I never dreamed I'd be sitting here talking about 3 storms at the same time. That doesn't happen. You know?
No, not usually.
Yeah, we had Isabel in 2003. That hit here.
Wow.
I sat out on my.
Had one.
Well, they had Australia had
We've never
that.
had one. Yeah.
What was it? No, well, Darwin did in 1974. Yeah, tropical cyclone Tracy. Yeah, wiped the whole city out.
Wow, I forgot about that.
But
and
that
that hurricane that hit Darwin was like 25 miles across. That was it. But it was like 150-mile-an-hour winds. But it was only 25 miles across. It was like a 25-mile across tornado, basically.
Oh my God!
And it took down the whole of Darwin.
Yep.
What's edge to edge? Is it over 100 miles, right?
Which one? Irma? Irma's ginormous.
Yeah, it's like 100 miles, isn't it?
More than that. Probably
more than that.
400 or 500.
Oh shit! It's grown big.
It's big. It might get bigger if they're talking about there might be what they call an eye wall replacement cycle tonight, and if there's an eye wall replacement cycle, it'll get bigger.
The storm surge is going to be just
tremendous.
Yeah.
And the thing is, since it's so powerful, it'll suck all that water up. The storm surge, even if the winds die down, it dies down to a Category 3. The storm surge will stay. It won't. It takes longer to disperse, so it could come ashore as a Cat 3, but the storm surge will still be a Cat 5 level.
Right. Because it's been shoving along for days now.
Exactly. That's what happened with Katrina. Katrina was only like a Cat 2, Cat 3 when it came ashore, but it still had a Cat 5 storm surge.
Yeah. It couldn't hit at a better place either. Unbelievable.
Right now, they're saying it could come up the eastern shore of Florida and then come ashore about Hilton Head. Hilton Head, or roughly the border between South Carolina and Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, basically where Hurricane Hugo went back in '89.
Oh, wow. So I'd go up the west side of Florida.
It's possible. It's unlikely. But I think it's either going to come up the middle of the peninsula or up the east coast of Florida.
Yeah.
This weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Well, my son,
the first one called?
My son said they're telling everybody to start packing because mandatory evacuation is going to start probably tomorrow evening. And when that happens, they open up all the freeways going north.
Oh, man.
Are going north.
Yeah, if I was in Miami, I would have left this morning.
Oh.
That would have been it. I'm out of here.
I think it would have been yesterday, you know?
Yeah, yesterday would have been a good time. Right now, I'm like, because I have friends that are in Savannah, Georgia, and I'm like, yeah, I would leave tonight. I would pack my stuff and get out tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is, Matt, or my son Luke, he said, boy, Dad, he said, there's nothing on the shelves, and you go to 3 or 4 gas stations, and they're out. So they're already running out of fuel. Everybody's hoarding gas with everything you get. My stupid ex-wife didn't want to leave. I'm like, you need to leave. No, I'm going to stay right here. Well, you idiot.
I'm not riding out a Cat 5. Screw that. Not unless I got a bunker.
Yeah.
They'll force her to leave.
Well, I'm sure they will. In fact, I know it sounds crazy. If she decides to stay, I'm going to call the police and tell them to go get her out.
If they have time.
Yeah. I'm sure they're going to be real busy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord. They've got the military's lined up in Georgia and Alabama to go in. Yep. To help.
I'm surprised they're waiting that long for a mandatory evacuation.
I know.
Right?
My son runs.
I would have done it like yesterday or the day before.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, I would have been gone.
My son runs a BJ's restaurant, and his boss isn't going to let him leave till Friday morning.
What? Screw that.
I mean, okay, how many people are actually going to go out and have a good time tonight? Huh?
And everybody's leaving.
Think about that.
Oh, Mrs. is going
Yeah. We'll just go to the restaurant. We'll sit down and have a burger and fries or something, and we're going to get slammed. Yeah, okay.
No shit, Jack. Oh, hell.
I think the last big one, if I could be mistaken, Virus, but the last big one that you and I had, because I'm close to you, but not that close. I'm in Massachusetts. So that was that. Hugo was the big one?
Well, Sandy.
It was Sandy?
Sandy would have been for us. We got hit. We got some damage from Sandy. I guess that was what, 2014? Something like that. Mostly that hit New York. It kind of went off the coast from us.
Yeah.
But Hugo.
Never had one.
Never
you
had
guys
one?
don't get them there. If you want to,
No.
Where do you live, Mark?
I'm in Melbourne. Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, that's a good place to be away from natural disasters.
Yeah.
South Australia.
And haven't felt an earthquake either.
Melbourne's famous for the that UFO case with the school.
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah,
that's where that was.
You have a story about that, Mark?
Oh yeah. Yeah. All the kids, and they actually interviewed a lot of the kids again only about 3 months ago about it. Black and blue, that it was a UFO.
Wow.
That was actually one of the very few well-done UFO documentaries that I've seen in the past few years. You can catch it on YouTube. They take it down, but then somebody else reposts it. But that one's definitely worth watching.
Really?
Yeah.
Did anyone see?
Sorry?
Did anyone see the footage from the heading back to Earth? The footage of it, and on that first cyclone, it actually had something that looked like was shot into a part where there was no clouds, and then it exploded, and all those popped up all of a sudden and joined the storm that was then before it came a cyclone, or whatever you call them.
Wow.
I haven't seen it. I did see the footage of the International Space Station flying over Irma. I think that was posted by NASA this morning. But
satellite or some weather channel, and you see this thing come flying in and then explode, and all these clouds just come from nowhere.
Whoa, wow.
Almost sounds like weather seeding.
Yeah, that's it. I seen it on the Impossible. Another guy had it. Impossible. Ah, fuck off.
You know, I don't know if you guys have heard this. I've heard that they drop dry ice in those
From Brazil.
Yeah, you know what? I've seen videos of that, of weather modification or whatever the heck you guys want to call it. You know, and I don't know. Go ahead.
There was a program run by, I think it was NOAA. It might have been the Air Force, where they were seeding hurricanes. I think that was in the 1960s. But eventually they figured out that basically they weren't changing anything. It had no effect on the hurricane.
Really?
They thought that maybe they were causing an eye wall replacement with the seeding, but it turns out that the eye wall replacement cycle is actually something that hurricanes just naturally do anyway, especially if they're very intense. And what they were doing really wasn't having any effect, so they canceled the program.
Wow.
At least you think they canceled the program.
It's funny how people
I'll see if I can find it.
People they watch all this Doppler radar footage and they're like, oh, look, you can see like they're shooting energy beams and stuff.
I saw that shit.
You know, I do a lot of stuff with radio technology too, and I know how a lot of that stuff works. It's like, no, that's just the operator adjusting the gain on the radar unit so you can see like the bottoms of the clouds and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Or the other thing you'll see a lot of times is when the sun comes up, if the radar catches like the disk of the sun, it'll plot it as a little ray coming out from the radar unit because the sun overwhelms the sensor.
Wow. So that I saw a deal in about that Houston one, and it had that flash of light in the radar. This guy was saying they were modifying the weather and all that crap.
Yeah, no, they're just adjusting the gain on the unit.
Wow.
And it'll pick up stuff like dust and birds. It's very sensitive.
Wow. Well, it's good to see Kyle put out a vid.
Yeah, I wondered where he was. He was gone for a whole week.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here waiting for him to come back because I went down and I saw that Kyle went out and watched the eclipse. Wasn't very impressed with it, but I went down and saw the total eclipse and flew one of my planes in it, and the footage I got was pretty good. So, but I'll wait till he comes back. He comes back before I go to bed.
That's cool.
See, what I got here, I don't know. I think it was like 60% or something, or 40% or whatever. But when I took pictures of it, I got this weird little thing down at the bottom of and it kept moving. So I'm thinking, wow, is this a UFO? And I kept taking picture after picture after picture. And the thing was always there, but it was moving. Come to find out, I don't know how I did this, but I have a double image on a cell phone camera.
I do too.
How does that work?
I don't know. I've got the image of the sun, and then I've got another little image that shows the
eclipse.
I don't understand that.
Do you understand what we're saying, Virus?
Yeah, I think I get you, but I don't know what could cause it.
We got the picture of the sun, right?
Yeah.
And just underneath it, it's real tiny, but you have to zoom in, and that's the eclipse.
Yeah.
It might be like I think it might be an internal reflection inside the lens that's inside the camera.
Oh, you think?
That could be.
I've seen stuff like that before. I mean, I'm not an expert on cell phone cameras, but that's what it sounds like to me. I do know that when we were there, we could see like where the sun was shining through the leaves on the ground. You could see all these little crescents on the ground where it was kind of like a pinhole camera, and it was projecting an image of the partial. Well, at that point, it was partial. But it's funny, like, people talk about the partial solar eclipse, and I think the partial solar eclipse is kind of underwhelming. It's a little bit boring. I've seen a whole bunch of those. And the total solar eclipse is mind-blowing. It is the most incredible thing I've potentially ever seen. It's more incredible than people tell you it is. Absolutely mind-blowing.
Wow.
And also, since I had my plane up in the air, so I had one point of view sitting on the ground looking at it, and another one, I can't say how high up I was, but high up in the sky.
Did it get dark where you were?
It got absolutely dark. I watched the shadow coming towards us, and I watched all the clouds getting blacked out as it kept getting closer. And then it was on top of us, and it's like a weird combination of twilight and night. You can see like a 360 degree, you can see it in my video too. You can see a 360 degree like sunset all around you. And directly overhead is the solar corona.
Wow.
Wow. Well, they're claiming the next one that's supposed to hit for Massachusetts. I don't know where you are. You might be able to see it too. I don't know. But it's supposed to be 90% in 2021.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 7 years from now. It's going from Texas up to Maine. I do intend to drive out and see that one too.
Yeah, exactly.
But it didn't take us too long to get down there, but it took, I think I spent 13 hours on the road getting back to DC from South Carolina, and that should take like 6. And then I got back here at 5:30 in the morning, and there was absolutely no place to park in my whole neighborhood. So I had to drive around in circles for like 45 minutes, waiting for people to go to work so I could park my car and go to bed. That was the worst part of the whole trip, right at the very end.
That's funny. Huh?
But yeah, totally worth going down there to see the total solar eclipse. Totally worth it.
Wow. Kyle said he was really disappointed in it, but what I saw of it, I thought it was cool. I mean, I thought it was pretty neat.
Yeah, I've seen partial solar eclipses before, but yeah, that was kind of my attitude. The partial solar eclipse gets boring after about 10 minutes. It's like, well, that's kind of interesting, but yay. Just imagine that, and it keeps getting weirder and weirder, and then the sun goes away.
Wow.
And the light kept getting, you can kind of see it in my video, the light keeps getting, everything gets very strange looking because we're not used to seeing sunlight that way, and it just keeps getting more and more, like everything just looks more and more bizarre. And then the total solar eclipse happens, and it's just like, wow, you feel very small.
Can you imagine what those guys thought a couple 100,000 years ago when they saw one?
It would have absolutely blown their minds. They would have had no explanation. It blew my mind, and I knew exactly what was going on. Yeah. I think there's a clip on YouTube of Arthur C. Clarke, and he says a modern man can watch the eclipse without fear, but we cannot watch it without awe. And he's absolutely right about that.
I saw that.
In the video, you can hear me just flipping out. I was looking at, I archive all of my videos from all of my drone flights, and I have something like 280 of them at this point. Most of those are like half an hour long at least, and I've never seen anything like that. I was just freaking out at the stuff that I was seeing coming down on my video feed. It's like I've never seen anything like that ever in my life. I was circling around, and I circled around, and there was a thundercloud maybe 40, 50 miles away, and I circled back around, and it was just gone. It was completely black. It was just gone.
Wow.
It's like, what?
Wow. I was surprised. I figured I'd see a bunch of UFO pictures around that thing that the next couple of days that people took. But I really haven't seen any fake ones. Have you? Anybody?
I haven't seen anything. I've watched a whole bunch of videos.
Yeah, I figured I'd see a bunch of them, but I guess I don't know.
There was a plane in my video. You can see the contrail. There was a plane that flew over us, and he must have been chasing it. And there's actually another video from a guy that's at the same spot that we were. He actually took a picture of that plane flying overhead. Now it's leaving a contrail, so it's way, way above where my little styrofoam airplane was. So there was no conflict there, but I mean, that was all I saw. I did see like a weird looking contrail, but it was definitely from that plane, and someone took a picture of it, so it was there.
Wow. Remote control type thing?
Yeah, I have both what people usually call drones, with sort of like quadcopters, or
how cool.
I think everything I have is quadcopters, but I have planes too. And they all have long range video and control systems. So I think the control system has a 70-mile range, something like that. I've never been that far because there's not really any place in the area where I live where it's safe to fly out quite that far. But people have done it, like out in the Midwest, out in the West.
I'd crash it into something and be pissed off.
That's all part of the hobby, man. I've crashed so many times.
Some kid had run away with it, and I'd never get it back. You know.
I know people that have lost them. It goes down someplace 5 miles away, and you never get it back. But we were down in this has been 3 years ago. We were in Georgia, and a buddy of mine, he had a pretty expensive hexacopter, and he went down. When we saw it go down and we never found it, he went down in these bramble bushes that were like 12 feet high. We never found that thing. It's still out there. It's like a $1,200 hexa-rotor, but we never found it. It's out there. It's still out there in the bush, in the bramble bushes in Georgia.
Somebody will find it.
Yeah, maybe in 1,000 years.
Yeah. That's funny.
But anyway, yeah, I've got a lot of long range stuff, a lot of high altitude stuff. And I can stay up. A lot of my stuff can stay up for like an hour or so.
Wow.
You do see some. It's funny. Like I've seen some people post supposed UFO videos. You see these little white things in your footage. Sometimes you see little white things streaking by, but I'm pretty much 99.9% certain they're all bugs. There's actually I have it in some of my footage too, and some of it I'm pretty high up. I guess one of these I can admit to because it's before August 2016, so technically it's legal. But I was probably about 1,000, 1,200 feet up, something like that. And there's this little white streak kind of go by the camera. It must have been a bug, but some people think there's something else. I think they're bugs.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, most likely.
Well, man, I'm going to crash. I've had it. I woke up this morning, went to work. My buddy called me up. He said, my car's on fire. So I go driving over there, and I go sit on his front porch and watch the fireman put it out. We're just sitting there looking at each other, shaking our head, thinking, God. You know, it burned up good, boy. Damn.
Wow.
He just bought $600 of the tires and put on it.
No.
Yeah, he put $2,500 in the engine, and it burned up. So what do you say?
Oh, that sucks.
I went and bought him a case of beer and dropped it off later in the day.
There you go.
Anyway, you guys have a good night. All right, be safe.
All right, man.
I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, man.
Have a good one.
All right.
See you later, man.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so
fucking, you know what?
Can't get off here.
push the button.
There you go.
Yeah, so I saw a video, a recent video about the actually within the last 5 months, but it was up the last maybe within the last 45 years or something, 4 or 5 years. The Betty and Barney Hill case.
Mm-hmm. I did some research into that one too.
Now, this video is going into major detail on how she came back naked, and there was a hybrid fairly recently that showed up on Earth wearing the clothes that she was wearing the day that she got abducted.
That's quite a story.
I'm like, really? As far as I knew, she was in the car with her husband parked on the side of the road after the abduction taking place.
That was the story, yes. I don't remember anything about her. And I read the book, Raymond Fuller's book, God, way back when, years and years ago. And yeah, I don't remember anything about her coming back naked. But the interesting thing about Betty Hill is she did a lot of UFO conventions and stuff like that years later. And she would like go out on UFO hunting expeditions and like UFO hunts like what Kyle does, but she would take pictures of street lights and stuff and say that it was a UFO. So my opinion of Betty Hill is that everyone that I've heard from that actually knew her said the Hills were actually super nice people. And I do think that she sincerely believed something happened, but I don't want to say she's a crackpot because it's kind of mean, but I think she was kind of an eccentric.
Well, she did pass numerous lie detector tests.
Well, if she was being sincere, then she absolutely would have.
That's true.
I don't think she made it up. I do think, but my take on it, was it Dr. Benjamin, their original psychologist? My take on that case, and this is just my personal opinion, you don't have to believe me. I think he had it. I think he had it right all along. But there's actually an interesting webpage, and it may still be up. I haven't looked at it in a long time, but there was a guy that lived up there in that area of New Hampshire, and he said that there's I think it's still there. There's a lamp that's up there on top of Mount Washington, which is where that happened, Mount Washington and the Franconia Gap that they drove through. And he believes that what the UFO that she was seeing initially was actually it's like a warning light to keep airplanes away. That's up there on top of the mountain. He actually has a picture of the light bulb itself that's up there on top of the mountain. He thinks that's what she was seeing as they were coming south along the highway towards the Franconia Gap. He explains it in a lot of detail. I think it's plausible. I mean, I don't know if you can prove it, but to me, it's a plausible story. And then the rest of it was just, people being freaked out and having bad nightmares, stuff like that. Once again, just my own personal interpretation. You don't have to read into any more of it than that.
Well, it definitely sounds plausible, but don't you think that maybe, wouldn't a human has the enough intelligence to know the difference between that type of light or a light that's right on top of you?
Not at night. Not at night.
It's
so? No, I know so, because it's very well. There's actually a UFO report that I found where a person saw a purple light that he figured was huge and was flying at 15,000 feet. But the problem is, the person flying that purple light was me. It was my quadcopter. And from where that person was sitting, it was about half a mile away, and I was flying about 200 feet up. So you can't determine distance to a point of light at night. The human eye is not capable of determining how far away that is. You can guess, but usually your guess is not correct. So my take is she probably saw that light and thought it was, well, she was very into UFOs, very, very, very into UFOs at the time, and misinterpreted it. There's a number of cases where people get freaked out. Betty and Barney Hill may be one of them. I think Kelly Hopkinsville is another one. There's another one from Australia, actually, where the people were driving across the Null Arbor Plain, which is like South Australia, where it's
Nullarbor.
Yeah, where it's yep, it's like super desert.
Car up.
That's it. That's the one. You know exactly the one I'm talking about. Yeah. There's a theory that all of that is some kind of hysteria where a small group of people get all wound up or something, and they're actually being sincere. They're not making the story up. They really do believe the story that they're telling, but it's not real. Betty and Barney Hill may be one of those. I think Kelly Hopkinsville is. I forget the name of the case from the Null Arbor Plain, but yeah, it's sort of the same story. Nullarbor. Okay, there you go.
Nullarbor Plain.
Gotcha. I think they said
I was watching something on TV earlier this year on pay TV, and had a train driver, and he drives across the Nullarbor Plain. Driving out there, there's nothing anywhere, not a thing. And he says, all of a sudden, just light up. He doesn't know where the light's coming from. He doesn't know what it is. But above him somewhere, he says something's just put light down straight on him and lights the desert up.
That must be an interesting place. There's not really... I've been out in the desert here in America, but I don't think we have anything quite as empty as what you guys have over there in South Australia, because there's literally nothing out there.
Yeah, South Australia, that is.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that here. I mean, we have some big deserts, but not that big. At least we have a desert that big. There's at least some mountains and stuff in it, but there's not even mountains. There's just nothing.
Yeah, well, most of this place is desert. When you think about it, the centre, everyone lives around the coast, virtually. Enough room to put America in there and the UK, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I believe Australia is bigger than the contiguous United States. But there's like, yeah, out there in the middle, there's like nothing except like Ayers Rock. And the rest of it is all just nothing.
Actually, in the middle of Australia is, I forget the name of it. It's virtually right in the centre as well.
Are you talking about the base?
Dairy base in there. Oh, what's that called?
Pine Gap.
Yeah. What's that called?
Pine Gap Joint Base.
That's virtually the American, where they got the base there. It's the Air Force base. That's about the centre of Australia.
Yep. Yeah, right in the middle.
I'm going to forget what the name of that fucking joint is.
Pine Gap. He can't hear me. It's Pine
That's
Gap.
It. Yeah.
Heard you that time.
America's deserts are not bigger. Australia is huge, dude. I'm reading the chat.
Yeah, UFO bros from Australia too.
You remember the story that made this, the guy that made the story about his son being in the UFO balloon? I do remember that. I watched that live on TV. And then I'm such a nerd that someone posted that it was impossible for a balloon of that size to lift a 4-year-old child. So I actually went out on the internet and calculated the volume of I forget the name of that shape, but basically a saucer shape. I calculated the volume of it and how much helium it would take to lift a 4-year-old kid. That thing would have had to have been about 4 times bigger than what it really was to actually lift a 4-year-old child. It's like, yeah, you know what? This guy's right. It's impossible. The kid can't be in that balloon. It's all a fake.
Yeah, it would have to be.
But I did listen. I watched it live on TV, and they even had the scanner feed of all the different sheriff's departments trying to find if that kid fell out until they found him in the attic of the garage. God, that's like, God, was that like 10 years ago?
It was somewhere around there, yeah.
Whew. I'm getting old, man. I'm going to get another beer. I'll be back.
All right. Yeah.
I'm trying to find footage of the thing was shot into the clouds, or into where the hurricane was.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe I dreamed it.
Maybe. Never know.
Right.
I mean, that's an interesting theory that's going around, you know, that's been out there for a number of years, is that people, excuse me, in their head, in between being asleep and being awake, there's a realm in there that you think that you're going to end up seeing stuff that you don't really see. So who knows what that is? I don't necessarily agree with that theory, but that's what's some of the experts are saying. So,
which case is this?
Just anything in general.
I got you.
Just whatever between the state of conscious and unconsciousness when you're sleeping, the body. They claim that bodies, you know, people tend to see strange things.
I get those hypnagogic hallucinations. I had one. I should have told Kyle about this one.
I remember years ago when I was young and I couldn't get out of bed and I couldn't talk and all that. I didn't know what was happening and I just let it go. My missus and my family were in the office and I was bleeding and they reckon I was talking to UFO. They just dropped me off. And then I don't remember. But I got a scar from it, and there was, I remember seeing the blood there when I came to. So I don't know what it was, but yeah, they found the floor. I must have knocked myself out, or must have fallen or something, or fell asleep. But they reckon I was talking about UFOs and the aliens had taken me and then brought me back. But I have no recollection of it at all.
I used to, one of the ones I really remember seeing was, I think I'd been up all night studying. I was probably in high school or college. I remember seeing like a tarantula spider that was kind of made out of this yellow gelatin crawling up the wall. And I knew it wasn't real, but I was like, wow, that's really trippy, man. I'm quite impressed with my subconscious right now. I'm glad that's not real because I would be freaking out if it was. But I've had there's actually a movie on Netflix. I think it's called The Nightmare. That movie is the scariest damn thing I've ever seen. And it's a lot about shadow people and hypnagogic hallucinations. And there is some stuff in there that's in that movie that has happened to me, and it completely flipped me out. It was actually like, wow. was actually like 2 a.m, and actually it flipped me out so bad. I had to leave my house, and I was out walking around downtown Washington D.C. at 2 and I walked all the way over to the Washington Monument, just so I could stop freaking out. I think it's called The Nightmare. There's actually 2 movies called The Nightmare, and they're both about the same thing. But the one that's on Netflix is the one that it just totally flipped me out.
Yeah, I'll never forget the time I was watching Blair Witch Project, and I had all the lights out, and I get up after the movie, I shut the TV off, and I walk to the bedroom. My daughter at the time, she was maybe like 4. She had this teddy bear. It was called Little Bear. They used to have a TV show on Nickelodeon, Nick Jr. every morning. So she had this bear. You press the stomach and it would growl. So I'm tiptoeing, trying not to wake up my wife, walking into a dark room. I step on this bear, and it goes roar right in the middle of the dark. And I just went, oh, oh. And my feet never touched the floor, and I dove straight for that bed. It's like, wow. I'm trying to be quiet and gentle and not to wake up my wife. And I get in bed and get out of the covers, you know, and all of a sudden the bed starts shaking because she's laughing at me. I'm like, you jerk.
I haven't had this happen in years, but I used to get people talk about shadow people, waking up to seeing shadow people in their room. I never saw anything like that, but I had blobs. I've had the blobs. The blobs are in that movie. I've seen shadow blobs. Of course, I don't believe any of it. You know, it's all in the mind. Well, there's actually something kind of freaky about that, but I'll get to that in a second. I've seen the shadow blobs, and I've seen the bugs. They didn't have that in the movie, but swarms of bugs. But they're not real. They're like shadow bugs. I don't know if anybody else has had sleep disturbances. They might have seen that. And actually, I've had to the point where when I was a kid, it would scare me so bad I would run out of the room and actually feel bugs hitting my face as I ran through like this swarm of bugs. Of course, they weren't real. They weren't there. But the thing that freaked me out about that movie, and I guess freaks me out in general, what's freaky about that is the people that report these shadow people and the other things, and some people have seen the same things I've seen. The only way, they all report the same thing. They all report like seeing the same things. So somehow what we're seeing is embedded in the human mind, and it's across all cultures and all countries. And like they see like this guy. Now I've never seen the man with the hat, but other people have, and they all see it. So somehow it's almost like a biological computer program, and it's imprinted in not just some people's minds. It's in all of our minds. Every human being on Earth has those things implanted in their head. So at some point, I mean, that flips me out. That's very freaky. I mean, that whatever's implanted in all our heads goes all the way back to the earliest human ancestors.
Well, wasn't there one in America a couple of years ago? The tall, thin man or something?
People all over the world have seen these things.
The 2 kids.
They're not real. I mean, it's all in our subconscious, but it's in everybody's subconscious. I think you might be talking about there was like a creepypasta thing, Slender Man. Is that what
Slender Man?
That's it, yeah. Slender Man.
I think that was a creepypasta thing, but they're tapping into the same fear that all humans have.
Well, here's the thing with that whole thing. I mean, that was just a story that was on creepypasta back in 2006 or whatever the heck it was. But thing is that okay, I'm a paranormal investigator, and I do go out investigate ghosts and this sort of thing. In my experience, I've come to realize that if enough people, enough mass of people were to start believing in something, that something would eventually materialize.
You're familiar with the Fatima miracle?
Yes.
That sounds a lot like what you're talking about there. Which is also, some people think that was a UFO case.
You know, so it's not saying the Slender Man is real. Actually, I think it's kind of crap, but...
Well, there's actually a concept where I've heard this talked about, where if you think about something hard enough, an imaginary person or creature, you can make it real, and they call it a Tulpa. And I've actually heard stories.
So my dick will get bigger if I think about
it. There you go. But I've actually heard stories of like authors who created famous characters. There's some story about it, and I can't remember exactly which author it was. But he said he was at a cafe in Europe or somewhere, and the character from one of his books was actually there and like nodded his head. Like, yeah, you created me, and now I'm real, and now I'm here. I'll have to look that one up. I don't remember which author it was. But if you want to look up some really weird stuff, go look up the Tulpa, Tulpa. An imaginary being which becomes real.
Yeah. It's very interesting. As a matter of fact, that case that the two girls stabbed the other little girl 19 times. Remember that one?
Yep.
Not too long ago. One of the girls just pleaded guilty.
But wasn't that Slender Man to do with Slender Man?
Supposedly. Yep. And the thing is that, you know, even as young as these girls are, they're charging them as adults.
Yeah, it seems to be what they do these days. If this crime is serious enough, they always charge them as an adult.
But they're only like 14 years old, 14, 15 years old. How can you charge them like adults?
Yeah, that seems a little crazy to me too, man.
That's kind of young. But I don't know.
Maybe it's me.
I don't know.
We had a case actually in the town where I grew up where I think it was like 1980 or something. There was like a 14-year-old boy, and he got a shotgun in the middle of the night, and he killed both his parents, and he killed like two of his brothers. And at the time, it was impossible to charge a juvenile as an adult because they hadn't changed the laws yet. So he actually never spent a day in jail, and he's actually, I think the story I heard is that he joined the Navy or something after he turned 18. But he's out there somewhere in the world right now, killed like 5 people. But he never spent a single day in jail. I think they put him in the like a hospital or something. Back in those days, Virginia had a mental hospital in Staunton. I think he was there. But that's all that ever happened to him. He never went to jail for it.
Wow.
Yeah, there was another case here in Massachusetts recently. There was a little girl that showed up on the beach in a plastic shopping bag. Nobody knew who this little girl was, so they just named it Baby Doe. Come to find out, they did find out who the mother was. They found out who the boyfriend was. They arrested them both for murder. And come to find out during the whole case and everything, come to find some of the details, and as graphic as this is, and I'm going to say it anyways, they had that little girl after they killed her. They put that little girl in the refrigerator. It was in the refrigerator for 2 weeks.
Jesus.
Now, do you have kids?
I do not.
Okay. If someone has kids, okay, regardless of how screwed up you are, I don't care what drug you're on, heroin, you're drinking beer, whatever. You're going to know whether or not if your kid was in the refrigerator for 2 weeks. You're not going to be in that much of a haze and not know what the hell's going on. At some point, you're going to have to come down. But this girl, this woman told the courts, well, he had me in a heroin haze for the last, 3 months, so I have no idea what's going on, blah, 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 blah. So to make a long story short, he got charged for murder, so he's gone. And they just let her go. Scot-free. Makes no sense.
Yeah, you have to wonder what happens to some people's humanity, man. Over in the chat, we're talking about some of the Mini Min is talking about some of the same things I've seen, although I've never seen. Yeah, like she knows what I'm talking about, man. Like shadow people. I've never seen shadow people. I've seen shadow bugs and shadow blobs, and I know they're not they don't physically exist. They're all in my head. But why are they in everybody's head? That's what freaks me out.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that when I close my eyes, I don't dream. I might dream, but I don't remember them. The only time that I see shadow people is actually when I go looking for them.
Oh, see, yeah, no, I've never seen anything like that. I'm sure you've got some great stories, though.
Oh, yeah, back in 2002, I'm sitting on the couch. My wife at the time, well, she wasn't my wife then. She was my girlfriend then, but she's my wife now. But that's beside the point. But she said to me, she goes, "You seeing shadows going across the wall?" I'm like, "No." She goes, "Tune into it because the shadows going back and forth across the wall." Now, say this is the back wall. This is where the couch was. To that way, there was a doorway that went out this way, and if you take a right, you will go out to the front door. So it was just a tiny kitchen in that small area. There was a table up against the wall with a lamp on it. So the lamp was casting a shadow on the wall. And then all of a sudden, I'm starting to see boop, 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 coming and going, back and forth. I couldn't believe it.
That's freaky, man. I think shadow people is a good topic for 1:46 in the morning.
Right? Where the hell Kyle go? Would he go to China?
I know. Was he picking somebody up?
Yeah, picking his girlfriend up.
I'm going to give him about another 15 minutes, and then I'll just have to save my Eclipse footage for another day. Although it is up on YouTube, actually.
Is it on your channel?
Yeah, if you go look at Rogue Squadron FPV, it's up on there right now. The short version. I have a short 5-minute version, and then there's like the 10-minute Pink Floyd director's cut. I showed this to some of my friends. They're like, "That's too long, man. You don't hold people's attention that long." So I cut it down and used rights-free music, so YouTube can't smack me around. But if Kyle comes back, I'll play it.
He said he was picking up his friend, and like you said, he's picking up his girlfriend's only like 10 minutes away.
Yeah, he's been gone about half an hour, I think. More, maybe 40 minutes. Well, we are all over the world, aren't we? DC, yes, Massachusetts, Australia, and Kyle's in Oregon?
Washington
State. Never been to that part of the country. I've been all over, but not there. I haven't been to Massachusetts either.
No? I've never been to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, we're not that far away. Yeah, I'm just about maybe a mile from the White House.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's real close.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to D.C. only because I just want to go to the Smithsonian.
I like that.
It's someplace I've always...
I can literally walk to the Air and Space Museum in 10 minutes from where I live, which is pretty awesome, actually. Yep. I actually walked over there the other day. Actually, the day I came back from the Eclipse, I kind of came home. I called work. I took off. I passed out. I woke up about 1 or 2 in the afternoon. I just walked over there to see if they had anything. But they actually didn't. There was no like Eclipse stuff over there. Of course, it had been the day before, so probably when it was going on, they had a live feed or something. But on the 22nd, they didn't have anything. But that's probably my favorite museum. But I've been in there so many times. I've seen everything that's in there. So, but they have a lot of great stuff. They have the Wright Flyer. They have the Apollo 11 command module. They have Liberty Bell 7 that John Glenn orbited the Earth with. All that other stuff. Mm-hmm. Spaceship One. They have that. It's all there. Aviation, space history.
Including the Enterprise from Star Trek.
They just restored it. They just restored the Enterprise from Star Trek. It's brand new with a fresh coat of paint, and it's sitting right inside the front door. I saw it 2 weeks ago. It's big too. It's like 7 feet long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was falling apart. They had to fix it. It used to be hanging up on the 7th floor, on the west side of the museum. They had it hanging from the ceiling, but now it's in a big glass case right past the front entrance, right beneath the Rutan Voyager.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know how many people.
Wow, I didn't think that thing would be falling apart.
Well, you know, they only made it for a TV show. Many minces.
Yeah, but the last time I seen it wasn't that long ago. But the thing is that it looked like in pretty good shape when I clip off it on TV one day.
I think the paint was peeling off and stuff. And I know they used like a lot of, like they didn't have LEDs back in the 60s. So they had to use a lot of the lights and stuff generated a lot of heat. And that'll mess up the plastics that they used to make the model. It's pretty cool looking though. I should take some pictures of it. I don't think I did, but it's there.
Oh, excuse me. You there?
Yep. Okay.
Hey Kyle, I know you're listening, buddy. Kyle, so you need to come back.
Come back. Get the 7-Eleven nachos and come back, man.
You know he's got to be watching.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I went to there's a 7-Eleven down the road here. Oh my God. Like this neighborhood used to be super ghetto. And like now it's not anymore. It's like all gentrified. But oh my God, that 7-Eleven is ghetto as hell. I was like, oh my God, this is ghetto as shit. And there was some lady in there that was like, yeah, your lotto machine's broken. You'd never have a broken lotto machine in a white neighborhood. And I'm sitting there looking around like, I live in this neighborhood. Anyway.
Don't worry. Yeah.
So what's your most interesting paranormal investigation, sir? So we can fill some dead air until Kyle gets back.
All right.
The most interesting.
All right.
Well, 9 times out of 10, when you're doing a case, sometimes you don't even feel anything. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything until you start doing the review. That's the first bit. Then you have another set of cases where you can actually hear stuff with your own ears. You don't really see it, but you can hear it. And that freaks you out more than anything.
That would definitely freak me out.
I would say, for me, would have to be my first case down at Slater Mill in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Slater Mill was the first textile mill in the country. And it's sitting right on the Blackstone River. Now, water flow has a tendency of creating energy as well as limestone. Yes. So therefore, these, whatever this energy is that these ghosts come out of, it starts feeding off the energy. When we went there with the team that I was on at the time, when we went there, we haven't even started setting up, and we were downstairs in the wheelhouse. Now, the Blackstone River is behind this, the actual mill itself. So there's water gushing. It's really, really loud. And we're just starting to set up our first camera. And you're starting to hear conversations. On the wall that's across from me where the wheel actually is. The wheel's inside the mill. So that's where I'm hearing the voices. I'm like, you guys hear this? My eyes, when I first, it was like dinner plates. It was unreal. It was unbelievable. And so I got my digital recorder and I started walking over there. And as soon as I was like 7 feet away from that wall, the conversation stopped. Then I started walking back in the other direction. And I got back to where the other guys were trying to set up the equipment, and it started up again. I have no idea. I don't have an answer for it. I have...
That's interesting. I actually, in my hometown, back in Fredericksburg, we had a bunch of Civil War battles. And I remember reading about, I guess it was EVP, electronic voice phenomenon.
Yes.
I did decide to do an experiment with that. So I did it the right way, though. I did it in a scientific way. So instead of having just one tape recorder, I had two. I had one that was the experimental, and I had another one that was the control. So on the control tape, everything that went by and made an ambient noise like an airplane or a car, I noted the time that I heard that go by. So I went back and reviewed the tape that I made. What I did was I put the experimental tape recorder, I took that down to the battlefield site in Fredericksburg. If you know Civil War history, there was a sunken wall at the Battle of Fredericksburg where the Confederate lines were behind that sunken wall, and a bunch of Union advances were made on that wall, but they never breached it because the defenses were too good. So there was a bunch of wounded and dead in front of that wall, so that's where I left the tape recorder. Like there would have been the maximum number of casualties. And upon reviewing the tape, I actually heard what sounded like drums, like a drum roll. So I start flipping out, like, holy crap, I think I actually got something. It's drums, like battle drums. And then I went back to my control tape, and at the exact moment that I heard drums, there's this rattly old truck going down the street, going over a bump. And what actually was the drums was from about 200 feet away. It was an old truck going over a bump. But if I didn't have that control, I never would have figured it out. I probably would have thought it was drums. I never would have figured out it was actually an old truck.
Huh. Yeah, actually, there is. You ever hear of the King Philip's War?
Yes. Was that King Philip of Spain?
Actually, King Philip was a Native American that was up here, part of the Wampanoag tribe.
Okay.
In Massachusetts. There was a place called Anawan Rock in what's now Rehoboth, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
And the story goes is that the Native Americans were going to surrender. This battle has been going on now for many years, even before it was King Philip's War. They were about the Native Americans were about to surrender to the colonists. And the captain in charge was Benjamin Church. He decided that after the Indians, they signed a peace treaty with them. And Captain Church decided he was going to leave, take off, and go to Boston for some business. When he came back, the second guy in charge slaughtered all the Indians. Now, we were there, or I was there, this past October. I was there twice.
Mm-hmm.
No sooner did we get there, I'm hearing footsteps in the woods. Now, it's pitch dark out. Can't see nothing. And you hear footsteps. So we're running around in the woods with this big, huge rock sticking out of the ground, Anawan Rock. And it's not even a rock. It's like compressed something. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. It's some type of minerals that compressed and formed this big, huge boulder.
Okay.
And just can't think of the name off the top of my head right now. Not at 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 a.m.
But as we're standing there, we're starting to see all the people looking back at us through the woods. One of the people said, "There's somebody over here," so we went running after it. Of course, there was nothing there. Don't know what the heck we're chasing. And then all of a sudden, clear out of the blue, we're starting to hear Native American drumming. For real. Not only did we hear it with our own ears, but I caught it on audio.
And I'm assuming there were no old trucks going down a bumpy road.
No, because this was coming in the opposite direction from the street.
Gotcha.
And to boot, before we left, and we knew there wasn't a street back there because the founder of the team at the time was brought up Google Earth on that particular site, and there was nothing but behind there but swamp and trees. You know, and there's no road back there whatsoever for a couple miles.
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden we're hearing Native American drumming, and then all of a sudden it starts morphing into colonial drums. I kid you not. I heard this with my own ears.
Wow.
Boy Scouts honor. I couldn't believe it. That was the second time my eyes were like dinner plates. It was like, wow. Are you guys hearing that?
We had I know that there was like an Indian massacre, maybe not here in DC, but where I grew up in Virginia. The Indians decided that they were just going to wipe the English colonists out, and they all like attacked all the English villages all at the same time.
Right.
The Indians decided that, but I don't remember the name of that. I was just reading about it on Wikipedia like 2 weeks ago, or like a week ago, but I don't remember the name of it. But it sounds similar. Of course, you know, it didn't work. They lost in the end. that was Jamestown, and there was actually towns that got wiped out. There was one that was near where Richmond is now that got wiped out. But Jamestown didn't get wiped out because an Indian boy came across the river and told them that the warriors were coming to slaughter all the English. So they like closed the gate and put guards up on the walls. So they got warned. They knew it was coming, but everybody else got like tomahawk to the head.
Wait a minute. Is this the plate? You said Virginia, right?
Yes, sir.
This is the one that's the island on the inside. That's you have to go through like water to get there.
Jamestown was on a peninsula on the James River.
And like the buildings are still standing like today.
There's a reproduction.
But nobody knows.
There's a reproduction of it, and they actually found the site where the original fort was. Part of it's been washed away by the river, but they have been excavating it. But there's also maybe half a mile away. There's a reproduction of what the original looked like that you can visit. It's near Williamsburg.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's fascinating.
Actually, now that I think about it, one of the towns that got wiped out by the Indians, the site of it is actually where I don't know if you heard of Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. That's where the town was. So now there's like roller coasters and stuff there.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of history. Like even in my hometown, we had so much Civil War stuff. When I was a kid, I used to find bullets, the little mini balls. Lead mini balls. I used to find those. I'd find horseshoes. I'd find uniform buttons with the eagle on it. So it's Union Army, United States. All kinds of stuff like that in my yard, in my backyard. And those are a lot of those guys are probably from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
The Virginia guys were over on the other side of the river, behind the stone wall.
Could be anywhere. Could be New Hampshire, Maine.
Oh, absolutely. I actually went to Gettysburg a couple of years ago, where they still have the site on Little Round Top, where the 20th Maine repelled the Confederate attack that could have turned the whole war. If I forget who the Confederate commander was, but they got to the top of the hill, they could have unrolled Meade's line all the way down, and probably the southern states would have convinced the French and the English to intervene after winning the Battle of Gettysburg. And I would be living in a different country from you right now.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Was it Buford that stopped them from going over the... I think it was Buford.
No, it was
no.
Chamberlain.
Yes.
Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain.
Yep.
The 20th Maine. They repelled the attack. But they were attacking the one weak spot on the Union line when they actually had a chance to win the battle. Of course, the day after that, Lee decided to attack with Pickett's charge. That was basically the turning point of the whole war. They had no chance to win after that.
Yep.
But I grew up on a campsite overlooking Fredericksburg, where the Union Army spent the winter of 1862, 1863. And there's actually like Matthew Brady photographs that I recognize. I'm like, yeah, that hill's right behind my old house. When the Union Army was camped. Apparently it was a very miserable, cold and wet winter they spent up there. Camped in the hills overlooking the Rappahannock. But that's my old neighborhood where I grew up. Where is Kyle? It's 2:07.
I know.
I'm gonna give him like 3 more minutes and I'm going to bed because I gotta go to work in the morning. It's daytime in Australia.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about going to work. I'm retired.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's after
forced retirement.
What time is it there?
It's now just 4. Yeah, 4 in Australia. Oh, in where I am. Hours in front of you.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess it's early spring for you guys there now.
Yeah, because the weather doesn't. The weather doesn't know it.
We're just getting into the end of summer here, at least in DC. It'll probably be warm for another couple of months, though, for us. Although it was kind of cold today. Kind of cool and rainy.
It was kind of muggy and rainy here. Off and on rain all day.
It's supposed to be nice tomorrow, but we're going to have to see what happens with that hurricane.
And rain all day.
Ooh, geez. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting here looking at the new model. It actually has a lot of that rain coming after the hurricane hits, coming up here to where we are. I don't know how happy I am about that. Let's see if it's the latest run. That's the latest run. That's scary, man.
Can you show your screen?
Yeah, hold on. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Here we go. See it? I'll back it up a little bit. So that's 6 hours from now, 12, 18. So it comes up through the Bahamas, off the shore of Cuba. Just misses. Look at that pressure, 905 millibars. That's category 5. 905 millibars just off the shore of Miami. Miami gets, I mean, that's like getting a bullet shot at you and it parts your hair. And then hits Charleston, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach as a category 5 in this model. 907 millibars. That's category 5. I kind of question that. It's probably more intense than it really will be. And then, yeah, big rain for us because we're right there. Oof, that's not pretty. Not pretty at all.
Ouch.
Yeah. I'll have to see.
Old people.
Turn my screen. How do I turn the screen share off? No. Oh, there we go. Cool. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. Actually, I should run the Euro. Hold on, the Euro is supposed to be like the really accurate one. Let's run the Euro real quick. Here's the Euro. Okay, this is the European model. Let's see what they're saying. Actually, I think this is the brand new because it comes out at 2 in the morning. So this should be, let's make sure we got the latest one. Okay, this is the latest one. Oh, man. That's ugly.
That's dead on.
That's a dead on bullseye hit on Miami.
Yep.
And it's the northwest quadrant, which is the worst one. And then comes back out into the Atlantic. Comes back ashore about Hilton Head. Kind of gets up into the mountains and breaks up. Heads up to Canada. Huh. Yikes. That right there is frightening.
That one looks like it's the worst.
Yeah, that's worse. That's a category 4, I think. 937 millibars. I think category 4. I think anything below 920 is a category 5. Yikes. Oh, where's my screen share? Okay. All right, I'm giving Kyle 2 more minutes. I'm going to bed.
That's what you said 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, I don't have any scary ghost stories.
Yeah, I was going to start a thing. He's probably having a tan boot first.
I don't know what he's doing. It's gone almost an hour, I think.
Something like that. I think people are still in the chat.
Yeah.
How do I? Nope, I don't know. Yeah, they're still here. We still have the Australians here. And Hummus Hero. I like hummus. Oh, but no Kyle. 60 seconds, dude.
You like hummus?
Oh, hummus is awesome, man. Hummus and pita bread.
I like it as well, as long as it's done right.
Welcome to UFO Proof.
Welcome to UFO with no proof. But we have hummus.
But we have hummus.
Flying hummus. I was standing out in my yard and I saw a tray of hummus go flying by in the sky.
Today, Hussein gonna make UFO cook.
Eat more hummus.
I wonder if Barack Obama likes it.
Probably. Where's he living now?
Hummus
oh, no,
Hero.
he lives here. He's here. I forgot. Yeah, he bought a house up in the Northwest. He's still here.
Yeah, he's in Washington.
Yeah, he's like up in Cleveland Park or something.
He's waiting to become president again.
Oh, all right. It's 2:15, and I have to get up at like. Well, I can stretch it and be at work at 10, and then I'm still cool, so I can sleep in a little. But I still got to get up and like take a shower and get on the metro and go to Chinatown. So, all right, fellas. But next time Kyle comes on, I'll try to get on here and we'll do the Eclipse footage.
All right, man.
But if you want to watch it now, it's on Rogue Squadron FPV.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'm going to bed.
All right.
Bye.
Later, guys.
All right. Peace out. So how you doing, Mark? Pretty good?
Yeah, all right. Yeah. They had those staying at home doing nothing.
Yeah, I don't know where Kyle is. I didn't think he was going to be gone this long.
Yeah, I don't know.
And even if we both jump off of here, he's still going to be streaming live because he hasn't turned it off on his end.
The heck is going on here? So how's President Trump going?
Oh, don't even get me started on that guy.
It's strange here because we don't really see CNN and that. We've got it, but it's not like it is in America. And I don't know. They seem to say one thing, but what I see Trump saying on another channel here is completely different.
Yeah.
They got caught faking the news, CNN again the other day in the floods, where they rescued some bloke out of a pickup truck. And they actually rescued him. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. No.
They were doing an interview. They were live, supposed to be live, and he's wearing a pair of shorts. Next to that is some bloke driven his car into a river, and it was doing the talk in front of the camera. This bloke's life, and when the camera goes back on him, he's wearing a black pair of pants and gumboots and boots.
Huh.
So it's not like, you know, they've done it a couple of takes because they changed clothes and hadn't realised it.
Or maybe it's a different interview on a different day.
It's supposed to be live, written a guy in the car. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. All right. Well, I don't know what Kyle is. I think I'm going to head off myself.
Yeah. I'll just leave it on, Carl, because I've got another 3 of these tablet things I can use.
Yeah.
We should have all left him a message.
Oh, wait. I think I can.
Very much. Yeah, I was hoping to be in the States this year myself. But I wanted to come over and watch the drag racing.
Yeah.
And go and see Webb Wilder.
Oh, he better come back tonight. I didn't want to sit here all night. I guess I'll do it if I have to, but, you know, it's not my show.
Yeah, it's your show now. Take it over.
Okay. Hold on, Q. Like now for you, buddy. Hold on. Ah.
Oh, shit.
Computer's slow as hell. All right.
I lost it.
There's someone in the chat. Q. Come on, load.
Made my way back.
I just posted the link in the chat if anyone wants to come join in.
Quibi's joined.
Hey, Q. What's up?
Can you hear me?
Perfect. How you doing?
Brilliant. Not so bad, mate.
Cool.
It's good to see you on a reasonable time for me. I've just got back in from work.
You just got back in from work?
Yeah, I do early mornings, mate.
Yeah, it's almost 2:30 in the morning here. Damn.
4:25 here.
Yeah, Kyle took off. He said he had to go pick up his friend and his girlfriend from work, and he hasn't been back since. So, your guess is just as good as mine, I guess.
I sort my camera out. There we go.
Hey, it's good to see you, buddy.
And you. What have you been
It's been
up
a long
to?
time.
Aye, it has been a while.
Certainly has.
What's been going on?
Oh, not too much. Just most of the time we're just talking about the hurricane.
There's another one coming in as well, isn't there?
Yeah, right behind the one that's about to hit Florida. And there's another one forming in the Gulf of Mexico. So they got 3 of them.
I mean, that's one thing in England. We don't really have to put up with that problem. You know, we
You're
just
lucky.
have rain every day. But apart from that, like, at least we're lucky. We don't suffer with the likes of hurricanes and tornadoes.
Right.
Same here in Australia.
Whereabouts in Australia are you?
About 50 k's out. In a place called Tarnjing.
Sorry, I didn't catch any of that.
So you could say Melbourne, you could say.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yep, Melbourne.
Yeah, I've got family over there on the Gold Coast, Surfers Paradise.
They get a bit of bad weather sometimes.
So what do you think about all, well, have you seen the likes of some of Tyler's videos where he's talking about the weather being changed and the storms being made worse? What do you think about all that? Absolutely fantastic, interesting stuff.
I don't know. We touched on that a little bit tonight too, but it just, I don't follow Tyler, so I didn't know that any of that stuff was up there. So,
see, I do follow Tyler because I do like comedy.
You do? Well, you certainly do to get enough over there. But at the same point, though, Kyle did say that he thinks that he's trying to do the right thing because he hasn't debunked any videos in such a long time. So he's thinking he's starting to switch over like Third Phase did. I don't know.
I haven't seen any change coming from Tyler recently at all. In fact, if anything, I'd say he's gotten worse. My personal opinion. I mean, some of the videos he's putting out at the moment are at times laughable.
Hasn't he got over a million viewers or something?
What, that UFO that was supposed to be over Los Angeles the other day? Is that the one you're talking about? Vern, buddy.
Hold on. 10 or something. Million followers. Vern, how are you?
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Can hear you now. How's it going?
Pretty good. What's going on?
Well, at the current moment for the last hour, I've been in charge of UFO proof.
No, really?
I reckon we should fuck Kyle off. You're better looking.
But I can't control the live streams from here. Only Kyle can do that. That's the only reason why I haven't
left. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's not going to go off if he never comes back.
He's got to come back eventually. He got abducted. That's it.
Yay!
What did he do? Go get his girlfriend or what?
He said,
yeah.
He was on for like 20 minutes and he said, you got a phone call. And he said, oh, I got to go. Well, I'll leave this run and Jax, you're in charge. And I got to go pick up my friend, pick up my girlfriend from work. And I'll be right back. That was over an hour ago.
3 days later.
That's funny. 3 days later. Yeah. So, yeah. So has anyone seen about that UFO over Los Angeles?
I think I saw a video on it, but I didn't see anything else.
But the round one.
The round one.
The metallic ball. The metallic ball that had a dark mark on one side occasionally in the video.
Oh my
what
God,
the
he's
fuck
back.
Are you bitches babbling about, dude?
We're talking about the LA UFO right now.
Oh shit, Kyle's
okay,
here.
What up, Cuban? What up, Vern?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, man. See, man.
Virus just missed Virus.
Well, where did he just take off?
He took off like 10 minutes ago.
Ah, shit, dude. Oh, man. My boy's gonna be pissed, dude. I just fucking realized I just dropped him off and he left his fucking phone in my van, dude. He's gonna be fucking furious, dude. Poor sucker. What do you guys talking about? That LA UFO?
That among other things. Let's see. We talked about Gettysburg. We talked about UFOs. We talked about the Betty and Barney Hill case. We talked about the other case back in '58 or whatever it was. I forget what year it was.
What, the Aztec crash?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, okay. That LA UFO one that just went down or whatever. You know, fucking Third Phase of Moon fucking solved that shit, dude. Did you guys watch that video?
I didn't need to. I already called it.
Did you call it?
I called it. I told Sebastian it's an advertisement.
Yeah, dude, they fucking and if you watch the video, man, they fucking like called the cops and everything. They called like a bunch of different police departments and fucking like got it narrowed down to it was a fucking advertisement for like a car dealership or some shit, dude.
Wasn't it something to do with weed, brass knuckles or something?
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure they mentioned that in the video. It's the actual sign was for brass knuckles, which is something to do with weed. Because at first they mentioned a car dealership, but afterwards I'm sure it came out that it was something to do with weed.
Something to do with weed? Oh shit, dude.
Seriously.
That's funny. Ah, shit, dude. I'll check the comment section. Who we got on here, dude? PJRC Helicopter Lover. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, what up, Mini Man Wanderlust? Oh, we got a bunch of people on here, man. Humus Hero. All right.
That's hummus.
Hummus.
There you go.
What the fuck is this guy talking about, dude? No salami, no more hummus.
We were talking about hummus too.
No, how to make a gravity bond. Fucking gravity bonds rock, dude.
Hummus.
No, a fish tank punk bong. Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, I love falafel.
Falafel. What up, Matt Tobb? How you doing, here? Had a great time. It was fucking awesome. Gave him a job and everything. Shit, dude. What's going on, Vern?
Nothing much. What's up again?
Yeah, dude, what are you up to?
This video with me, enjoy it. It's so much fun. And also, I want to give a big shout out to Mark White.
Oh shit!
Don't watch me. If you watch my video, I can hear it in the background.
Yeah, well, I just found it on there then.
Oh, okay.
I was going through all the. I got 279 messages left.
Dude, man, my fucking computer. Could you guys hear the fan running?
Fucking followers. You only need 3,500 of them to put a fucking dollar each in.
What is?
$1 a fucking month. Come on, fellas. You can have your computer.
Man, my fan is. I know my fan is so loud, dude. I can barely hear any of you guys. Jesus Christ. My computer's running like crazy.
I hear it now because you're so close to it.
God damn, dude. That fucking shit's running loud as shit, dude. What up, Mini Man Wanderlust?
No, the only complaint that we had was that someone was buffering.
Someone kept buffering?
I was assuming it was coming from your end because I didn't see any buffering. They said it was buffering on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit, man. Fuck. Damn, dude. This thing's my shit's running fucking loud as fuck, dude. Oh, well. Damn it. We got like 18 viewers on here. So 20 viewers or something. Fuck, dude. I hate to fucking kill it, man. Damn it.
You got extra programs running?
Let me see, dude. I got a couple different things opened up, but really that's just it. Just YouTube. And it's running so fucking loud, dude. Okay, just kill that.
Running hella hot like that, just reboot it.
Oh, dude, it's because I got my one of my fucking studio things opened up, man. Yes,
I just got my hard drive to replace on my computer since backed up. I haven't been having a computer for 2 weeks.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh no, I'm gonna have to jump off here, you guys. You guys can keep this bitch going if you want, man. But damn, dude, this thing's running loud. Can you guys hear that shit?
It's not that bad that I can hear.
Fuck, it's terrible on this side, man. It's so fucking bad. I can barely hear you guys, man. I got 2 fans running on it, man.
Put some headphones in, and you won't hear it.
Exactly.
You guys hear that? I hope you guys can hear that, dude. Well, that's not the sound. Yeah, I can cover it up with earphones. That's not the issue. I'm like, fucking, I gotta cool that bitch down, dude. I'm gonna blast it with some fucking air duster or some shit, dude. It's just loud as fuck, man. God, my phone and my computer hasn't sounded like that for a long time, man. Holy shit,
I can't remember the last time it sounded like that.
Right, dude? Fucking, I got that shit all cleaned up. Got the fan on there and everything, man. Fucking shit balls, dude. Oh, well. Oh, well, I'm going to fucking jump off of here and try to blow that shit out, man.
All right,
see if I can't fucking get it going again. And I might come back on live. I think I might be doing an XSplit broadcast just to make sure that's fucking up and working and everything. I know they did a new update on it, so I want to see what kind of cool features they have on it. But all right, you guys. Well, I'm out of here. You guys keep this bitch going. Do whatever the fuck you want, man. But thank you guys for coming and joining me as always, man. You know, fucking, it's always a blessing having you guys on here, man. As usual, dude. I'm out of here, and I will see you guys all soon. All right, UFO proof out.